All right, Shalom. Hey, Shalom, Akim. Shalom. See y'all brothers on that. How about Shemal Shabrak and Thumb? I'm gonna hop straight into it, Lord willing. It'll be fairly quick. We get to the point. Make sure we straight. Yeah, I intend on this to be a little quick hit, but doing a little reading just now. And as you see from the title, it says promise of protection. A promise of protection. Somebody, somebody, right? Somebody got to be here in these latter days to fulfill the prophecies of the elect, man. The point is, because the word was already said, the promise was already made. The Lord already got many scriptures that we can go to, which I'm going to just pull a few here in this lesson, but many scriptures we can go to show, look, if we doing this work, if we serving the Lord, he already told us, and it's time we coming in, as a scripture says, a time like never before. Matter of fact, let's start with that in the book of Mark, because it's a reason he going to speed up the time for the elect's sake. So that's going to lead us into the lesson. The Lord going to make time go faster in the world so he can hurry up and get his elect out of these dire situations that's about to take place. These evil times that's about to take place. The Lord going to make the time go faster in the world for these men and women, man, who believe on his son, Yahweh Shai. And by default, if you believe on Yahweh Shai, then you got the Father, man. But nevertheless, if we know we doing this work right now and we sincere about it, we serious about it, right? We trusting in these promises, then guess what? When the worst time in history come, the Lord already told us he gonna spare us, man. We just gotta believe in that, the promise of his protection. Because again, somebody on earth right now, right, gotta endure to the end, make it through all these things that was said they was gonna make it through: famine, concentration camps, not getting the MOTB, right? So on and so forth. You got people on earth right now who was created just for that purpose, and the Lord gonna do just that. Get us through these things, man. We just gotta again believe in his promise of protection that he told us, man. But let's start with this in the book of Mark real quick, since I mentioned it. This Mark 13. I'm gonna get straight to the point if I can find it. All right, here we go. So this Mark 13, the Lord willing this lesson be edifying. It's Mark 13, and I'm gonna start at 19. It says, for in those days shall be affliction, right? Such as was not from the beginning of the creation, which the Most High created unto this time, neither shall be. So we coming into a time in world history that things are about to happen that never took place before. Different dramatic scenes and unexpected deaths that never happened before. We are about to see those things take place. And I mind you, just consider the things that happened aforetime. You had the flood, which killed everybody in the world save 8 people. Oh, and I mind you, the Most High killed all children at once. There ain't no infants, and infants and adolescents and toddlers was on that boat. That's what else? 1492, with Christopher Columbus, the slaughter he did to the Northern Kingdom, transatlantic slave trade. You see, these different plagues that killed many through our world history, these different world wars. Put all that together, we talking about things that never took place. Just to name one, Leviathan. We expect Leviathan to be released as the world knows as Godzilla, right? Newly created creatures, as the scriptures say. Missiles gonna fall in this time. So it's a lot of things that's gonna have to happen, but this what the Most High gonna do for his elect. I'm gonna read that again. Mark 13 and 19. For in those days shall be affliction, such as was not from the beginning of the creation, which the Most High created unto this time, neither shall be. And except that the Lord has shortened those days, no flesh should be saved. But for the elect's sake, whom he have chosen, he have shortened the days. So the Lord said, in other words, if he didn't have the elect, people who he cared about and wanted to spare, everybody would die. That's really what he's saying. Everybody would die. But the time's gonna be so bad to where he gotta shorten the time, make time speed up so he can send his son to get his elect before everybody died, man. It made me think of that Psalms 130 and verse 3, how it says, if the Lord was to mark iniquity, who shall stand? Right? Everybody would die. But Yahweh Shai coming back for those who going to be spared, whose sins are forgiven. And that's who we hope to be a part of. Because that's the ones who going to escape all these things to come. You see? Right? But it says, but for the elect's sake, whom he have chosen, he have shortened the days, man. So the Lord, as wild. For little us, Lord willing, we're that number, right? Who people look down upon, talk shit about. The Lord will actually, just like he did Joshua, I believe, when Joshua was going to war, and Joshua asked the Lord to get him enough time to fight, and the Most High stopped the sun from moving. So I believe the sun was up for like two days or so. The sun ain't go nowhere. So time froze, in other words, so Joshua and the Israelites could whoop some more ass, man. So how much more? That's why we see days are shorter. Because the Lord is speeding up this time so he can get his elect before things get too bad. You know? Because things will get bad and we will be in the midst of it. That's Psalms 91. That as we're in the midst of these things, we're going to see much death around us. But it says, but let's get that real quick. And I get into the precepts I had. It ain't many. Like I said, it should be a fairly quick hit. Let's get this in Psalms 91. Because it says how no evil gonna befall us. And we have to believe in these promises. He said it already. We know the Most High don't just say stuff. We know Yahweh Shai don't just say stuff. When Yahweh Shai said, if we keep, in Revelation 3 and 10, if we keep the word of his patience, in other words, if we continue to believe on his truth through the sufferings, through the trials, and through the evils that's coming, he said he gonna keep us from the hour of temptation that's gonna come upon all the world, to try everybody in the world. What is the hour of temptation? When each man, woman, and child get tempted to take that RFID micro here. The point is, Yahweh Shah already told us if we continue in this word, continue believing, he got us through it. They don't just say stuff, man. Our main hope is that we continue doing this work, and if so, man, we very well gonna be my servants shall eat, but we gonna watch them be hungry. We very well could be of my servants go drink, but we gonna watch them be thirsty. Because the people out there we around, they not doing the work. They're not believing in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, so we got a great chance. Let me get this in Psalms 91 real quick. This Psalms 91, and I'm going to get straight to the point that I want. It says, verse 7, 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand. Even mainly when those missiles fall. That's the main being spared, right? That's like the climax of it. But it says, but only, so like it says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. And when you read up, it's talking about diseases, and which is pestilence, right? Missiles being shot off. All these things happen. The Lord said it ain't gonna come nigh us. It says this is why. Because thou hast made Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation. A habitation is a dwelling place. In other words, because we've been living this truth, right? Our day-to-day life consists of it. The Lord says, therefore, shall no plague befall thee, and neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in thy ways, man. So the Lord said, look, if we continue in these things, we will be protected in the times to come. Let me snag this real quick in Second Esdras. Matter of fact, before I get that Second Esdras, I'm going to get Sirach 31. I was reading Sirach 31 today. Really, shit, about 30 minutes ago before I kind of wanted to do this lesson. This really what sparked my spirit, this verse, and scriptures start coming to mind. But real quick, and I'm gonna read this in the GNT. It's Sirach 33 and verse 1. Sirach 33 and 1 in the GNT. It says, no evil will ever come to a person who fears the Lord. It says, however often danger comes, the Lord will come to the rescue. Come on, man. It says, however often danger come. In other words, it's no limit on how many times the Lord gonna save us from situations. And we already got examples and testimonies of that. The Lord delivering us. How much more when we don't have no power to do nothing, he gonna have to come, defend us on our behalf. You see? Spiritual power gonna be manifested in that day. A divine intervention gonna be lifted up. A standard gonna be lifted. Let me read that again. This Sirach 33:1 in a GNT. It says, no evil will ever come to a person who fears the Lord. However often danger comes, the Lord will come to the rescue. I'm thinking of one is what that is. Wisdom of Solomon 3:1. How it says the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Lord, and how it go? Let me see. And they'll show no evil touch them. Roughly paraphrasing. Let me fact check that. I know it's in Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter. All right, here we go. This Wisdom of Solomon 3:1. It says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High. And which Yahushua said about his elect being in the hand of his Father and in his hand. They ain't going nowhere. Like Yahushua said, out of all that the Lord gave him, he have lost none, and he will lose none, man. And he will lose none. Because they fully protected. Who can take? Look at Job, for example. Satan couldn't do nothing to Job, knock Job off his course, unless the Most High even allowed him to. The same thing for us. The times when we need to understand that nothing can happen to us unless the Most High allow it to. Yahushua understood that. When Pilate told Yahushua, Pilate said, look, don't you know I got the power to crucify you or let you go? Which on earth, it seemed like Pilate did have that power. Because it was up to him to say, crucify him or he good, you know? But in reality, he didn't have no say-so at all. All things come from the Father. Because once Pilate said that, he told Yahushua, look, don't you know I got the power to crucify you or let you go? Yahushua said, you have no power at all against me, except it was given you from above. Come on, Pilate, you can't do nothing unless my Father lets you do this. Although you here on earth, I'm looking at you face to face, and you can give a clear word to your soldiers to come take me right now and beat me and crucify me. Still, you don't have to say so. Man's going to the Lord, right? So the point is, what we coming into, we have to well understand that everything that's about to happen is of the Lord's doings. And if we serving him, he already promised us that we going to be spared. We just got to trust in that, that his word is true. You see, that his word is true. But Yahushua said nobody could be able to take him or take his believers out of his Father's hand or his hand, man. Even when it come down to animals, why didn't Daniel get bit in that lion's den? Who controlled the lion's mouth, man? Why even elements? Why didn't Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, or Hananiah, Azariah, and Mishael, why didn't they get burnt up in the flames? Who controlled the fire? When Peter and them was on a boat, scared to drown, when Yahushua got up, he was asleep in a boat, right? He was calm during a storm. That's a Selah moment. Yahushua was asleep as the boat was flooding and it was storming. That's the mindset we got to have going into this time. We have to be calm, not the calm before the storm. We have to be calm during the storm. Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge going to be the stability of our time. Stand stable through the storm. But the point is, Yahushua got up from his nap. He was taken on a boat during the storm and calmed the wind, the weather, the rain. And what the disciples said, what type of man is this that even the wind listened to him? The point I bring all those examples up of how the Lord controlled man's minds, because it wasn't up to Pilate to put Yahushua to death. How he controlled animals' mind because Daniel ain't get bit. Oh, ravens can't feed Elijah, right? The Lord had that happen. Even elements. The point is, if we serving this power who control all things, we got a great chance. If we can, man, once again, if we serving this power who control everything, people, animals, elements, angels, we got a great chance to be of this number who he said, if y'all do this, I got y'all. The point is, it was already promised. We got to just believe in that. We got to just believe in it. Let's read Wisdom of Solomon 3:1 again. I'm going to get this second Esdras. It says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. And look, although some believers, we going to go through stuff. You know, some believers, we going to have to be crucified. We going to have to be martyrs. We understand that. But even so, guess what? Our work's still going to follow. We still going to rule the next world to come. Things, what he promised us is still gonna happen. Matter of fact, the next verse says, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. Right? But it goes on how these men, one way or another, whether we alive or dead, we gonna get immortality. We still gonna get these promises, man. No matter what. But as far as the times we're in now, we should be going into it with confidence. Yeah, we gonna, be kind of shaken up at times because we don't really know what to expect. We prophesy in part, we know in part. Jacob's trouble is a time like never before. We really can't go watch a movie and get every detail because the movie, it ain't in the movie yet. It ain't happened yet. You see? But unlike these people, like it said in 2 Ezra 5, they not gonna have no hope and no answers. We will. They ain't gonna know who doing it. We gonna know who doing these things. They ain't gonna know how long it's gonna last. We gonna know Jacob's trouble, all hell gonna last until Yahweh shall come back. We gonna have the answers. Therefore, if a man got answers, a man got comfort. You see? Especially in a time like we shit now. A time like now, people are already struggling. We struggling, right? Barely paying for rent and food, so on and so forth. But we have comfort. And one, like 2 Ezra 4 say, around the 26th verse, we need these things to happen because if all hell don't break loose and fear don't be placed on this earth, we'll never get to our kingdom. But let me get this. In 2 Ezra 13, it's the main precept I wanted. In 2 Ezra 13, verse 21 through 23 in the GNT. And I want it down. Really, I'll probably end it after this. But 2 Ezra 13, 21 through 23 in the GNT. It says, now this Ezra speaking to the angel. And remember, Ezra's had many dreams. He's seen what we about to come into. He's seen Jacob's trouble. And it blew his mind to what, if all these things about to happen, then these people talking about the elect that you said was going to do it to the end, how is they going to get through all this? Because you did tell me some people was going to do it to the end, right? To see the Lord and get beamed up and all that. You told me that. I seen it. But from all these things I've seen, how is it possible for any man to get through this? That's to show you what type of time we about to come into. But watch what the angel going to tell Ezra. This 2 Ezra 13 and 21 in the GNT. It says, I will explain to you the meaning of the vision and answer the questions you have asked. Verse 22. You have raised questions about those who will survive until the end. So, right, Ezra, you keep asking me about, in other words, the elect and how they going to endure these times. Because remember, even Ezra said, who shall deliver me in those days? Because what he's seen, the Lord ain't about to play with nobody. Look, man, the Lord said he have been a long time holding his peace. 2 Ezra 15, the Lord says, he will no longer keep quiet. What we about to see in this world, remember, we at the end of the movie. Usually the end of movies be the most action-packed scenes, man. To get you out your seat. The Lord is about to get people out their seat. Come on, man. Let's read this again. So Ezra says, the angel told him, you have raised questions, 2 Ezra 13 and 22 in the GNT. You have raised questions about those who will survive until the end. So how is this possible? Well, the angel about to tell him. Verse 23, the answer is that the one who brings the dangers in those days. Now, who is that? That's the Most High, right? Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Listen to what this angel going to tell Ezra. Because Ezra said, how is anybody supposed to endure? The ones you said was going to be saved at the end, how is it possible for them to get through all these troubles? We getting the answer from the angel. The point is, these things are promised already. We just got to believe in that. Somebody on earth gotta be here and here right now to fulfill the prophecies that's set for the elect to fulfill. Somebody gotta do it. And Lord willing, we're the number, but look at what he allowing us to do. We doing these things. Look at what the apostles, the bishops, the elders been doing. Akim been raising up. Shit, women, children been raised, calling on Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. You see, believing in these prophecies, so on and so forth. We doing these things. We just got to hope we continue. But let's see what this answer is. This how the elect go endure. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at 21. We just going to read down. 2 Ezra 13, 21 in the GNT. It says, I will explain to you the meaning of the vision and the answer. It says, and answer the questions you have asked. You have raised questions about those who will survive unto the end. The answer is that the one who brings the Salaki, I'm getting excited. The answer is that the one who brings the dangers in those days will also protect from danger the people who have stored up good works and faithfulness with the Most High, the Almighty One. Come on, man. Think about what that's saying. The one who bringing the destruction, that's Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, because we know the Most High, blueprinted it all, but Yahweh Shai calling the shots now. As he said, all judgment is given unto him now to make shots. You know? You see? So it says the one who brings the dangers in those days, that's the Lord. But it also says will also protect from danger the people who have stored up good works and faithfulness with the Most High, the Almighty One. So the Most High, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, is the ones who bringing the dangers in the times we living in. But it says they gonna also protect from the same danger they bringing the ones who stored up good works, doing this work, going on the highways and hedges, doing the lessons, right? Fasting, praying, so on and so forth, charity. It says good works and faithfulness with the Most High, the Almighty One. We believe in His Son, right? We believe in these prophecies. That's the ones who the Lord will protect from the same dangers He bringing. That's where I brought up Yahweh Shai. The Most High could have protected His Son through that. Daniel and the lions, then the Most High protected His Daniel through that, right? And the fire with the three, the Most High, Yahweh Shai protected them through that. The point is, we coming into a time where we gonna need help. If we doing the same thing our forefathers of old did that allowed them to be protected, what's gonna stop the Lord from helping us when we gonna have need of help in the times we coming in? Because look, our forefathers back then, it wasn't as worse as it's gonna be now, and He still came through. Come on, man. He gonna have to come through for somebody on the earth today, is the point. And if we doing these things, we have a great chance that we gonna be a part of these things, man. You know, like it's saying 2 Ezra 2, that the ones who gonna be crowned was the ones who fulfilled the will of the Lord. Somebody on earth today, which we don't know it right now, but we doing the things that the elect would be said to do to fulfill the will of the Lord, man. So somebody got to be spared and fulfill also the promises of eating in a time of famine, being protected from missiles falling. Job 5, he said from animals, He going to protect us. So on and so forth from these heathens. Let me get 2 Ezra 2. Let me get 2 Ezra 2. Speaking of heathens, because they ain't going to better do nothing against us either. Now I end it probably with this one. It's 2 Ezra 2 and verse 24. I'm going to end it with this. It says, abide still, O my people, and take thy rest, for thy quietness shall come. Nourish thy children, O thou good nurse, and establish their feet. Right? So this is the time we've been rooted and grounded, man. But nevertheless, this is the point. It says, as for the servants whom I have given thee, given to who? Given to Yahweh Shai. That's the ones who are in the Father's hand and in His hand. It says, as for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish. Yahweh Shai said, of all that I have been given, I have lost none. Even if one die, he ain't losing you. You going straight up to where he at anyway, and you go come back with him. So nobody is being lost if we are the elect. And if you own earth at the time of this, Yahweh Shai ain't gonna lose track of you out of all these people. What his brother at? I don't know. Last time I seen him, a militia was chasing him. I don't know. And he's sending angels out into the world to find you. No. Come on, man. Well, what he said, lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. He know what each one of his elect at, and he know what they about to go through and how to save them from it. Because look, whatever they going through, he even working on the people to bring that trouble. Come on, man. Let's read this again. So it says, as for the 2 Ezra 2 and 26, as for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish, for I will require them from among thy number. the Lord is going to demand his elect to be up there with him in that chariot to fulfill second Ezra, the second chapter of all his elect being crowned. He gonna demand them. When he say come up hither, ain't nobody could grab an elect member leg and keep them from getting beamed up. You see? In the time of famine, nobody could stop the Lord from feeding his elect, man. Even if Esau take away the food, okay, we got examples of animals bringing men. We have many examples of every situation and scenario we might be in, even the things we not in. Is it too hard for the Lord? Did he not already have this wrote down and these things that happened before the world was created? So can he not save us from even these new things we about to see in the world? Come on, man. It ain't no limit with the Lord. If things happening on earth, who made them happen? And if they happening, can he not save us from them? Is the point. That's why we read 2 Ezra 13. The one who bringing the dangers gonna be the same one to protect his elect from the same dangers, man. But 2 Ezra 2 and 26 again, it says, as for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish, for I will require them from among thy number. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, so when shit get real and reality kick in, it says, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. This is a promise. Now, do that mean we gonna get 5-star meals every day? No, but we might. Remember, Elijah got 2 hot meals during the famine, right? Got 2 big cruisers of water, and that lasted him for 40 days. He ain't need no food no more for 40 days, so we might eat and it was a hot meal. The angel cooked Elijah a hot meal. We might get that hot meal and not even be hungry through the remaining of Jacob's trouble. The Lord might give us a meal for the first 2 days and we good the whole time. Is it not possible? It is. It already happened. The things that was written aforetime was written for our learning, right? Romans 15 and 4. So that we through patience, so through our suffering and the comfort of the scriptures, the things we read, we gonna have hope to be spared in our troubles, man. So it says, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. The heathen shall envy thee. So these people, 2/3 and heathens, go be seeing us being protected, right? In a time of famine, everybody go look famished. You know, brothers go have a toothpick in their mouth, getting out the food. Look like you just ate a solid meal. You full. Because in order for people to look at us and envy us, although we're gonna have a spiritual level up on them, but they can't envy spiritual things, right? They can't envy our faith. Although they can in a way, but in order for them to envy something, they have to see an outward difference between us and them. In order for them to envy what we gonna have or be experiencing, they gotta be an outward difference between us and them for them to notice it. They can't see in us and say, man, I wish I had this faith, So the Lord gonna have an outward show to separate us from them. Well, that's why he said, then shall they be known who are my chosen. Why? Because he gonna spare these men and women. Even until the time of missiles being shot off. That's why they gonna say, man, this was him. The one who was, we talked about it and all that. Right. That's gonna be the one who the Lord gonna show love for. Let me finish this. It says, 2 Ezra 2 and 28, the heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord, man. So nobody gonna stop the elect from being elect. Nobody gonna stop the elect from fulfilling the prophecies that was said they were gonna have to fulfill. In order for them to be on that chariot, like Ezra seen in 2 Ezra 2 and get crowned, somebody on earth right now got to fulfill the part before that of being spared through the troubles, spared through famine, spared through Jacob's trouble and everything that's set to come, man. We got to believe in the promise of his protection. Somebody got to be at a number, but kind of brother said that's why we over here and they over there. That's right. That's right. Kind of Sirach 31, we got that. Kind of I read this and I get out of here. 2 Ezra 4 and 29. It says, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where evil was sown pass not away. So if this current society, if all hell don't break loose to bring us out of here, it says, then cannot it come that which is sown with good, we'll never get in the kingdom. That's why we need these things to happen, man. You see? I get this one. Wisdom of Solomon 4:10. We're just talking about Enoch, but Enoch, as it's saying, the book of Sirach was an example of repentance. So what happened to Enoch? We live in that story as well. That's why it says Wisdom of Solomon 4:10. He pleased the Most High and was beloved of him, so that living among sinners, he was translated, he was beamed up. Yet speedily he was taken away, lest that wickedness shall alter his understanding or deceit beguile his soul, man. And that's why I said in Mark that we read earlier, the Lord gonna have to shorten the time. Think about that. The Lord gonna speed up the time in the world to save his elect, man. Come on. But I'm gonna end it right there, Lord willing. This lesson was edifying. The water for tuning in. You know, and again, we got a better chance than most people in this world. Really, everybody in this world, we got a better chance than them. Lord willing, we continue in these things. Because if so, we're going to be the ones used to fulfill these prophecies of the elect, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Ratazah. But look, again, the water for tuning in. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Chakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of great millstone, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in the gospel. They keep fighting, keep pushing, and we almost out of here. You know, we almost out of here. And we know we got Jacob's trouble coming, but look, we have a promise to be spared through that. Believe in that. Is the cup half empty or is it half full? Is the cup half empty or is it half full? With these promises and things we was told before time, it's half full, man. Hey, with that, shalom.